Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Welcome. It is Wednesday, the 22nd day of July. Another hot one in the neighborhood. We've got more heat and humidity, but a little bit of a break in the action as well. Some changes and tweaks to be made to your forecast that I'll have for you in just a few moments. Today is Wednesday. That means it's press day. That means tomorrow is Thursday, publication day for the Sagersville Independent. And just to give you a heads up, a great deal and more to be in the paper tomorrow. A write up on, of course, the loss and passing of our World War II hero, a national hero at that, Albert Patrick, who passed away just days ago at more than 101 years of age. City Council and fiscal court coverage from here locally. COVID-19 updates. Our editor, Heather Oney, will elaborate on the data that I brought you yesterday about how 2 cases actually resulted in the closure of county or public services and offices here in McGoffin County. She has reached out to try to find out more information on those services, their closure, how long. Another blood drive has been set for McGoffin County. They were having time or an issue trying to find a new location, which they needed. They have. I'll have that announcement in tomorrow's paper, as will Heather. Also, my boy making the paper this week, very deservedly so, for his community service portion of his Rogers Scholarship. And our old page, brought to you weekly by Grover Arnett, attorney at law, just across the way over there. It was published this week back in 1996, a little post-prom, but it was the countdown to prom awareness week pictures that were published then, and we'll show those to you tomorrow. And a whole lot in sports tonight. The Hornet District Outlook, more information from the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. Also, volleyball practice to be underway. The 2020 Morehead State University Hall of Fame class. Much more in sports. Pick up a paper tomorrow. And remember, you can still view it for free in its entirety, in full, complete, digital, high resolution, by going to our Facebook page and clicking on the link. My website for your news today in the Sagersville Independent has been down. I know I've referred to this, and I'm trying to keep my emotions in check here. 20 days and counting. I am more of an unhappy camper about that than I was days ago when I tried to keep you up to date. We have had IT. I've had the website company and any and everyone on top of this, and it appears as though we have finally, and I'm not going to bore you with all the details because I don't understand them, but obtained all the certificates, information that we had to have to verify something that we own and is ours. As crazy as that sounds, and we're just waiting on those channels to be processed, and it could be at any time. My apologies. I'll be right back with headlines tonight, which will include here City Council coverage, which will discuss a raise for city employees, how they were able to do that. The county fiscal court meeting, also among other things, discuss the CARES funding and how a significant portion of that may go to small grants for McGoffin County businesses. And we'll have an update on COVID. Another case in Sagersville, McGoffin County confirmed today, and it's not coming from where you thought it might have 24 hours ago. The Public Health Director will explain that in just a few moments. Stay tuned.
First, it was pennies, and now it's everything. Because of the pandemic, most banks haven't been able to order their weekly amount of coins for weeks. And without all of the fundraisers and activities going on, a lot of that change that would normally be in circulation isn't. So the Sagersville National Bank says now is a great time to help out and cash in. Bring your coins to either drive-through, or if you've got a lot, call ahead to give them to someone at the door and help your local businesses. And remember, you can pay all of your bills and practically do all of your banking on their mobile and online services, and all inside and lobby services are still available by appointment at Sagersville National Bank. The seasonal shop is open, and they're still doing curbside pickup, so you can call and place orders and they'll still bring them out to you. And inside, you'll find all new merchandise throughout the entire store, all new spring and summer women's clothing from Charlie Page and Mud Pie, accessories, jewelry, shoes, and bags too, casual outfits for everyday or special occasion outfits and dresses. And if you've been home a lot and really want to freshen up your decor, they have so much to choose from, and they're happy to give you any fresh ideas that you might need. And just in, a large selection of Simply Southern and Candleberry at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sayersville. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville, 349-4400. Summer heat and no AC make for a miserable drive, but don't sweat it. Call Black Smoke Performance in Sayersville for inspection, diagnostics, and repair by qualified technicians with the latest technology and equipment. Don't suffer in the summer heat. Get your air conditioning fixed today at Black Smoke Performance.
24 hours ago, I had Mayor Pete Shepard, our public health director, telling us, as was McGoffin County Judge Executive, about 2 new cases, 2 women who lived together in a household along with 5 children of one of the women, and how as well there were 3 other adults in that household who were in close proximity to them, and how those 2 positive test results, positive cases, stemmed from a family reunion, said Shepard, in Ohio days ago, and how most all were being either isolated and or tested. So it stood to reason at this time yesterday that there would be was the likelihood of new COVID-19 cases as a result of that situation. That is still the likelihood. Those test results actually still pending. And even with those pending, we still have another new case to announce tonight, bringing McGoffin County's tally at this hour to 10.
Everyone that tested yesterday, and those with associated with the county garage and all that, their test will be coming back tomorrow. But today we had a positive test come back, not related to that or the other case, either one. So it's a whole new positive case, and that makes us 3 in 2 days positive cases. So that's and I foresee that we might be getting some again tomorrow. So it seems like we're trying to hit a spike here in McGoffin County that we really tried to avoid. So
I don't want to make light of 3 cases.
Yeah.
But on the other side of that, we had 2 cases yesterday, which odds are, and I don't want play in the odds, but are going to turn into several more positive cases that you say more than likely we'll expect to see tomorrow. And then today's number, how many people through contact tracing have you determined that it may affect?
I know today the one that tested positive today probably affected about 15 people. 8 of them were on the job with the individual who worked at the federal prison in Martin County. And 8 of his colleagues that he worked with over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, have been quarantined for 14 days now.
Where did that case come from?
Our best guesstimate is that it probably came from the Tim Short Chevrolet dealership that had the 5 cases, the employees that were infected last week. This individual bought a truck there and was in that establishment, and neither the salesperson or him wore a mask. So we're figuring that that's probably where he got contacted the virus from.
Okay, so where obviously we have one more case to add to the total today. What are today's numbers in totality?
Today we've tested 1,087. We've got 1,031 negative with 46 pending. We now have had a total of 10 positive with 3 in quarantine now or isolated, and with 7 that have recovered.
Okay.
I have been getting a lot of reports of employees not wearing masks, more so than the people that's going in the stores not wearing masks. So that's something that the health department, we're going to try to address some of that. Go ahead and re-educate or give a little pep talk to all the businesses to make sure their employees are wearing masks at all time. Vendors that come into the stores are supposed to wear a mask at all time, and all individuals that come in the shop are supposed to wear a mask.
Now, on the same topic, as for Governor Beshear's daily update, the good news, today's number's not as high as yesterday's. Still very high. The bad news, he says, Kentucky's positivity rate, which is practically at the percentage that the WHO considers not safe to reopen or continue reopening businesses.
They are thankfully a little bit lower than yesterday's, but still show a increase as you look back, especially 2 weeks ago. Today we're reporting 518, that's 518 new cases of COVID-19. That brings our total number of cases to date after we remove duplicates to 24,540. So again, when we think about 518 cases and we remember the mortality rate that we deal with here in Kentucky, even being better than most of the country, that's a high number. That means we're going to lose a lot of people. So going forward, let's do what it takes to cut down on these cases, to get to a new plateau and then to a new decrease. Our positivity rate, 7-day average, and those are based on our actual numbers where we're able to use direct numbers that come in from us. Our positivity rate's gone up. It's now at 4.92%. That is a concern, and it shows it's not just an increase in testing. It's more people that are being tested are showing positive results, which is what we know. We're seeing more cases all across America. We know the coronavirus is increasing. We know that it's spreading. And that's why we're going to do what it takes to defeat it.
The governor also announced that out of those over 500 cases today, 13 of them were children under the age of 5, coming from 7 different counties, and 2 were as young as 5 months. He also announced 3 more Kentuckians had died. A 49-year-old woman from Simpson County, a 69-year-old woman from Allen County, and an 81-year-old man from Webster. Oh, it's what a lot of you have been waiting for. They're back, but only for a limited time. Loaded potato wedges at your Sagersville least famous recipe. That's right, our famous hand-cut homemade potato wedges smothered in cheddar cheese, real crispy bacon, topped with either sour cream or ranch, your choice, and they're still only $2.49 with tax. Get them while you can at your Sagersville Lee's.
Kingsport in the middle of the night. We was playing country music, treating people right. When the amplifiers are cooled down, the guitars put away. I put that Vic in the hammer lane, and this is what I'll say. Well, that road is long, and my country music, treating people right.
Tire in Staffordsville is now a proud partner of Rough Country for all of your suspension and lift kit applications. And you can always go to conleytire.net to get the latest offers. Like right now, $100 when you buy a set of Mickey Thompsons, $100 on a set of Continentals, and many, many more summer deals, including $35 computer diagnostics. That's Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. All Pro understands that we are all just trying to make it through these most difficult of times, and they want you to know that they're here to help with any repairs or projects that you need done. Big or small, doesn't matter. They've got 0% financing for 18 months and long-term financing if you need it. If you need anything from a new gutter to a new house or a new garage, call All Pro Gutter Works and Construction, 349-9999. Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you.
In more local news tonight, we'll begin with coverage of the Sagersville City Council meeting from earlier this week. The vehicle tax was discussed, left unchanged. Several other topics of discussion, including how the city was able to implement a raise for all of its employees with hopes of doing it again in the coming months.
The council voted unanimously to leave the vehicle tax rate unchanged at the same rate it has been for the past many, many years. They also approved an annual line of credit with the Sayersville National Bank in lieu of any possible shortfalls or gaps between receiving funding from taxes and the like. And in other money matters, Mayor Pete Shepard outlined actually savings via their insurance policies, their health insurance for city workers, and the city's insurance policy itself. A $160,000 insurance bill for city worker health insurance, which has now been reduced to $140,000 a year with a much lower bid, which also includes a $20,000 life insurance policy for employees, and about $8,000 in savings in the city's insurance policy, with those savings being transferred to a raise for city employees.
So with that, I would like to incorporate into this budget, I was going to give a 50 cent raise to all employees. That'll cost the city about $20,000 this year. But I think all the employees worked hard. A lot of them are still making a little less than what they should be. But like you say, I'd rather give everybody something, and I'm not going to single out employees to give raises. I'll give everybody.
That's across the board?
Across the board, be 50 cents an hour.
Shepard says that with the insurance savings, it's still going to cost the city of Sayersville about another $20,000 a year to give those city employees a raise, but that the city had finished the fiscal year well and it was not to be an issue. In fact, he said that if funds held up and were stable at the start of January, he would look at issuing another 50 cents per hour raise for city employees. Later on, there was brief talk about the Sayersville Tourism Committee and how this is a new committee relatively, and they're going to start meeting next week and meet on a monthly basis. The mayor also presenting the council with a budget for the Tourism Committee that pretty much includes existing, if you will, expenditures for the Sayersville Renaissance Program, for the Pioneer Village and Museum, and Historical Society, the Ramey Park, flower pots and other beautification efforts downtown, and the like. 3 people have been placed on that committee thus far: Jessica Howard, David Gardner, and Paul Linden Howard, and there are 2 spots yet to be filled.
It takes 5 members for 3 support, but I want to get this in and start this year with them really taking an active part in it. And I'm hoping, as we're looking at doing some stuff on the parkway, landscaping and all that, it looks like we're going to take in a little bit more than that $210,000 this coming year. So we can use it for some planning on that. We still got to get that gentleman back up there, Pat, get working on some of the stuff, preliminary stuff, to get that done. So, but just wanted to have it in the minutes, or in the minutes that the council acknowledge that I do have a budget for the tourism committee. They will be getting it and meeting. So I would like to have you all vote to accept that budget, if you would.
In fiscal court coverage tonight, Deputy Judge Kevin Howard began with his update before the court, and before the meeting was over, the judge presented the fiscal court with a resolution in regards to over $400,000 in CARES funding, a significant portion of which may be distributed among Magoffin County businesses in lieu of small grants.
First, in his report to the judge and fiscal court, Deputy Judge Kevin Howard announced that the 911 Center, which has been moved into its new location in the Magoffin County Courthouse, will be online possibly within the next week, possibly 2, as they are putting some finishing touches on that new system of operations. Judge Executive Matt Wireman outlined some ongoing resurfacing efforts in Magoffin County using discretionary funds, which were received last fall, some FEMA funds, some flex funding as well, saying that the county is also hoping to apply for possibly more flex funding, with the road fund not being hit as hard as was originally thought. I told you when it was announced on the state level that statewide road fund was faring $100 million better than what they had expected, but still in a $60 million shortfall. That has trickled down to Magoffin County. Instead of losing $90,000, only losing $20,000 in their road fund, which is much more manageable. Then, on the topic of CARES funding, the COVID relief funding, if you will, for county and city governments, McGoffin County stands to date receive $414,000 in reimbursement, which Judge Wireman said they had already added up some $90,000 that McGoffin County has spent.
All right, moving on to new business. Section 4, consider approve a resolution for the coronavirus relief fund, and that's the CARES money that McGoffin County was allocated. And in order for DLG to process reimbursements, we have to go through this resolution process authorizing me more or less to be able to sign all the documents. I've actually got the MOA laying on my desk for the county attorney and I to sign, and so we can start getting some money back. I think we already have documented about $90,000 that we're going to be able to get reimbursed, so that'll be a definite benefit back to the county.
I followed up with Judge Wireman today in regards to that resolution and the $414,000. That money will be used to reimburse the county for any expenditures related to the coronavirus pandemic, extra staff, equipment, cleaning, sanitizing, some reimbursement hopefully to our first responders as well. Also, $100,000 of that $414,000 to be set aside in grants that we will be able to expand on more at a later time after it is approved by a legislative committee and it has to go through other channels, but that he says has an intended use of being broken down into small grants for local businesses to help supplement their loss of income or monies that they have had to spend in regards to the pandemic. So we'll talk more about those grants as they become available. We also believe that will be a similar situation for the city government, city hall, and city businesses separately. It's also similar to what other county governments are doing as well. Johnson County, as I announced days ago, doing the same thing, and I believe either $2,000 or $4,000 grants to their businesses. I'll have more on that at a later date.
Up next, I've got birthdays, a bunch, on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar.
I'm asked to say happy birthday to Audrey Porter from your neighbors, Bill and Leanne Will and Holly Mead. That is, you know that, Audrey. Happy birthday to you. Birthday wishes to Bridget Howard from all of her friends and family. Happy birthday, Bridget. And a belated 60th birthday, it says, to Steve Caldwell from your daughter Sheila, son Tommy, daughter Tina, and son-in-law James, and all the grandkids. Happy birthday, Steve Caldwell. Happy belated 60th birthday to you. A couple of reminders on tonight's community calendar that the Sagersville Grade School is taking kindergarten applications. You can call to find out more, 349-3411. And the McGoffin County Farmers Market, open Tuesdays and Fridays, 3 to 6, at their temporary location this season at the McGoffin County Extension Office. Senior vouchers can be obtained at the Senior Citizen Center at 349-5152. WIC vouchers through the McGoffin County Health Department at 6212, 349-6212 for the McGoffin County Health Department. All those vouchers, which can be used at the Farmers Market in McGoffin County. And we can use your calendar announcement, birthdays and anniversaries too. You just got to tell me so I can tell everyone else. Nightly obituaries brought to you by the McGoffin County Funeral Home, and tonight's listings include services to be held for 33-year-old Joshua Whitaker of Victor Whitaker Drive in Royalton, who passed away earlier this week, the son of Victor Whitaker, and the late Teresa Fletcher Whitaker. He's also preceded in death by his sister Lisa McKinstry. He is survived, in addition to his father, by his wife Ashley Hope Porter Whitaker, sons Kylan Whitaker and Brixley Whitaker, daughters Adelie Whitaker, Emery Whitaker, brother David Minix, and sisters Janelle Duger, Amy Whitaker, and Sue Jackson. Funeral services in Joshua Whitaker's honor to be held this Friday at 1 from the Sagersville Funeral Home. The family will welcome friends for visitation Thursday evening after 6.
Now let's put the lid on this Wednesday's show with the forecast brought to you by Licking Valley RECC. Oh, you're going to see that temperatures are going to finally ebb back just a bit. We've got more clouds and showers than sun for the next few days, but I think everyone is hearing that temperatures are going to be a little more mild.
Tonight we'll go back down to the 70s again, around 72 for your low. We're going to see clouds continue to stay or on the increase. We'll see mostly cloudy skies tonight. Shower and thunderstorm chances to the tune of about 50%, tenth or quarter of an inch, unless we get under a thunderstorm that could pop up for some of us this evening. Again, 72, mostly cloudy, and a 50% chance, and patchy fog after 3 a.m. For your tomorrow, as this front comes through, we still have another chance of showers and thunderstorms, actually a likelihood thereof tomorrow, to the tune of 70%, and the thunderstorms could get cranking mainly after 2 o'clock tomorrow. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. And for the first time in I can't remember when, daytime highs in the low 80s. Calm winds becoming southwest around 5 or so, and could pick up in any thunderstorms that pop up and develop. Tomorrow night we'll see right around 70 again. Under continued mostly cloudy skies and a continued 40% chance of showers. Things start to slowly clear up or calm down from there on. A little partly sunny action on your Friday. Temperatures rebound to 87. Partly sunny and about a 40% chance of showers. I think throughout the early and afternoon hours of your Friday. By Friday night, we should clear out and have nothing but partly cloudy skies. And then for your Saturday, mostly sunny and 89. Mostly clear that night and 67. No sign of showers or storms for the first half of your weekend. Very little on Sunday with sunny and back to the 90s. Right at 90 degrees on your Sunday. Only a 10% chance of some showers after 4 p.m. Sunday night, partly cloudy and a low of 70. Monday of next week, we're still holding on to 90. Still partly sunny skies and a 30% chance of showers. Shower chances actually increased during the overnight on Monday, and by Tuesday, they're a likelihood at 60%. And that is with mostly cloudy skies and 86 degrees on your Tuesday. Tuesday night, 68, first time below 70 in a few days, but still a 60% chance of showers and storms Tuesday night. Wednesday of next week, this time next week, partly sunny, mid-80s, and a 40% chance of showers and storms.
That's it for this Wednesday. I'll see you back here tomorrow night for more of your news today. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and as always, thank you so much for watching.